Hi, everybody. This is Thomas Trimmingham. I'm the Marketing Communications Manager for M&R Companies. And today I have Gina Thorsen. Did I say that correct? Thorsen?
You did. Yep.
Okay. And your company, we're excited to interview you today because we're talking to people that are helping out. You know, we're helping out the industry in this difficult time. And we really want to highlight people that have kind of stepped up and, you know, are trying to make a difference. And it's important for people, and I think to some degree it's also uplifting for a lot of people in the industry that you know, to see, oh, maybe there was some ways that other people were able to help, and that might give some other people ideas, or it's just a great thing to be able to share some inspiring
Sure.
things. So can you tell us just briefly about your company, where you're from, and what you guys do?
Sure. So we're in Ironwood, Michigan, which is in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And my family owns a sewing factory there. The main thing we do is our consumer brand called Stormy Kromer, which is wool hats, wool vests, coats, very outdoorsy, mainly winter accessories and apparel. We do some other sewing contract manufacturing for some other industries. But the bulk of what we do is that apparel stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And how long have you guys been in business?
Well, my family has had a sewing fact company for 60 years. And actually the brand Stormy Kromer, we bought it in 2001, and it's been around for over 100 years. So we've been doing this a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit about what you guys decided to step up and do for what's going on with the COVID-19 thing?
Absolutely. So not this past weekend, but the weekend before, we started to get some phone calls from a few hospitals and some kind of local municipalities that were starting to look for alternatives to the sort of official masks and gowns and things like that, and looking for sewing contractors that might be able to do some of that work. And one of them was from a larger hospital in Madison, Wisconsin, and so we just thought, you know, there's a need. We have people here who know how to sew. We have the right machines. We have access to materials. And we felt like this was something we needed to figure out how to quickly, you know, gear up to do. And so we had a crew working on most of the day on Sunday, a week ago Sunday, engineering, patterning, making prototypes. Then someone drove halfway from here to Madison to meet a purchasing agent to give him a sample that he could show, and to have some nurses take a look at. This was of a mask in particular. And so that next morning, last Monday, we got approval that the design would work and the materials we were using would work. And then by Wednesday, we had some of our employees called back to start production. We had shut down our factory for about a day after Michigan's stay-at-home order, and what kind of businesses were considered essential and all of that stuff. So it was, you know, great to get some people back. And then today, so we're, you know, not even a week in, but today we have probably about 2/3 of our employees back working, making either masks or hospital gowns.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, that's great. That's great. Do you guys have any kind of numbers you'd be willing to share as far as what you guys have done, or?
Sure, we have orders for masks for somewhere between 25 and 30,000 right now. And we are doing today, we should be close to 2,000 a day with capacity. So and then the gowns started a few days later, so we're just kind of getting ramped up on there. There's obviously more to a gown than there is a mask, so the production will be less, but we're just kind of getting that geared up this week.
Oh, wow, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then are you working with mostly local hospitals? Or are you working with hospitals all over, or is it, you know, how's that
We're
work?
we're mostly getting, it seems like most of our inquiries, so this is my dog that just came into the
No
office.
worries, no worries. They can be
Um,
part of the conversation.
exactly. That's part of the whole work from home thing,
It
right?
is. It is, yeah.
Um, Most of the conversations are with hospitals in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Illinois. And it's not just hospitals. We're hearing from nursing homes, from some mental health facilities. just different, all getting these things. So it seems mostly sort of regional, if you will, because people that know us, but we're just trying to we're starting to get a little overwhelmed, so we're starting to really just trying to figure out what our long-term capacity is, and who exactly we can help. So but it's been really powerful to be a part of it, and our employees are really proud that they're doing something like this right now and being a part of a solution.
Yeah, I know. That's fantastic. No, I'm proud to hear all these stories from people, and the fact that people can respond and help like this. I think it's an amazing thing. So if somebody sees this and they want to reach out to you
Yep.
guys, and if you have some capacity, I know that's a lot of ifs, but
Yep.
I think I'm willing to bet there's people out there that would need something along the lines of what you're
For
saying.
sure.
And just to clarify now, are these what you would say are non-medical? Are they medical grade? How does that, is there a
Yeah, I
clear
mean,
classification?
they're not like N95 or whatever. They're not the official N95 masks. So we find that some facilities are not willing to use them and some are. So I think it depends on each facility and what their situation is with equipment. But it's the outer layer is a fabric that has a polypropylene cover or like coating on it, so it is water proof. And then the inside is cotton, so it's more comfortable, on your face. So it does provide at least that barrier, from a sneeze or a cough or what have you, is kind of what they're looking for. I think and some of these I believe are being given to patients, so it's um, they're kind of using them we've even heard some people ask that they need them for poll workers, because the Wisconsin election is still going to happen. And while they're encouraging people to vote absentee, there's still going to be people coming in to vote. And so they want the poll workers to be protected in some way. So it really runs the gamut.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I would see. Now, if, like I said, if somebody wants to reach out to you and has an interest in this kind of a product, what's the best way to get a hold of you guys? Just call you direct, or is there an
Yeah,
online source?
I can give an email address that would be kind of where we're collecting all these inquiries. And it's info at JACQUARTS.com. That's our parent company. So
Okay.
info at jacquarts.com. You can also call us and we'll get you directed the right place as well. That's 800-455-2253. So either one of those is the best way to reach us right now for if you've got an inquiry or a need, and we can definitely see how we can help.
All right. Well, I really appreciate your time today. Is there anything else anybody should know about you or your company right now?
That's a pretty good summary of what we're doing. Like I said, it's been really neat for our employees to feel like they're helping in this crazy time with so much, and there's so many tough stories to hear, and it's a really challenging time. I think it's been great for them to be able to come in and do something positive. I guess the one other thing I should say is that, the safety of our employees is really important. So even though, they're able to come in now to work on this really essential thing, we are making sure that they are all wearing masks while they're working on the products. And we've got sewing machines spread out, much further than we normally would, and just trying and kind of screening folks every day when they come in, just talking about, if anything has changed in terms of where they've been or who they've been in contact with. And it's a whole different world for those sorts of things. But we're doing and of course increased cleaning and things like that. So just trying to manage this as best we can and keep our folks healthy too, so they can keep doing this.
Right. And that's really important. So I'm glad you mentioned that. So, all right, Gina. Well, thank you so much. It was great hearing about you and your company, and I'll look forward to getting this up and letting the public know about what you guys are doing. And
Great.
yeah, we look forward to touching base with you after some of this madness is over, and seeing what you guys are doing then. So
That
thanks
sounds
so
great.
much. Okay,
Okay.
take
Thank
care.
you.